Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chunwing, and today we'll be talking about whether you'll have to pay taxes if you sell your crypto or if you make profits from mining. Basically, I did a lot of reading so that you guys didn't have to. You're welcome. Sources are linked in the description below. You know, I took a really long time just to compile everything, so I would appreciate so much if you guys could like, subscribe, and to also click on the notification button for more content like this. We also just hit about 200 subscribers from 90 subscribers in a few days, and yeah, thank you so much. It's crazy, and thank you so much for watching. Let's start the video. So I've made about 40,000 ringgit in terms of profits. 12,000 ringgit from my NFT portfolio and about 30 to 35,000 ringgit from my crypto portfolio. Mostly Ethereum, but not financial advice. This isn't to show off, but merely to show you that I'm also in a similar situation as well. If you're a friend of the channel, you'll know that I try my best to be as transparent as possible for my viewers. So ever since then, I was on a mission. I first started by trying to Google it. No luck. Then I sent an email to LHDN. No replies after 1 week. So I tried calling LHDN. That didn't go very well. Fortunately, I got an email update from LHDN, but after reading it, it was still a bit vague. So what I did next was to do my own research. So here's my quick update on the crypto tax situation in Malaysia right now. To answer these questions, I'll divide the video into 3 different sections. The first section would be, do we have to pay if we sell our cryptos? The second section would be, would we have to pay if we gain profits from mining? And then the third section would be, how do we pay our taxes then? So will I get taxed if I sell my crypto? Well, the short answer is that it really depends on whether you're an investor or a trader. So how do you differentiate that? The only way to differentiate that is with the badges of trade. So you're probably thinking to yourself right now, like, what the hell is a badges of trade? Why do you put a badge on an officer? You put a badge on an officer so that you know that this person is an officer. Like for Hayati over here, you know that she's a police just because of that badge. In a similar fashion, it's kind of like, oh, with this badge, I know that you're a trader or an investor. So these are the badges of trade that we'll have to look at. So the 8 badges of trade are as per the screen over here. The first one is profit-seeking motive. Was the activity carried out with an intent to profit? I think obviously most of us are doing it for profit. And then the second thing is the number of transactions. I think this part is a bit important to talk about, simply because if you're someone who buys and sells maybe like, I don't know, like once a month or something like that, you're not much of a trader, you're more of an investor. But if you buy and sell every single day and there's like a pattern to it, you're more likely to be a trader. Nature of the asset is quite self-explanatory. Existence of similar trading transactions or interests. So for this one, it's sort of like this, right? If you're a bodyguard and then you're also trading, there's not much of a correlation between your occupation and the thing that you're doing right now. But if you're like a stock market trader and you're also trading, you're more likely to be a trader compared to an investor. Whereas for the fifth thing, it will actually be the changes to the asset. Was the asset modified to make it more marketable? This is quite self-explanatory. The sixth one would be the way that the sale was carried out. Is the sale conducted in a manner that befits a trading organization? Is your trading pattern similar to that of a trading organizations? And then another one is source of finance. Are you using debt to buy your crypto and then you're selling it after? Because that's using leverage and that's a trading tactic already, right? Interval of time between purchase and sale. This is quite similar to you know, the number of transaction thing. If you're selling and buying like every single day compared to you buying and selling maybe like once a week or something like that, that's very, very different. Another one would be the method of acquisition. If a good is inherited or gifted, it is an indication that it is likely not a trade. So this is quite self-explanatory as well. So those are the 8 badges of trade that will determine whether you are an investor or a trader. Cool, but what about mining though? Will I get taxed for mining? The only guideline that I could get my hands on would be this document from LHDN. So this is basically the guideline on taxation of electronic commerce transaction. And over here in this section, you see over here, they talk about all of the digital businesses that can be taxed. So a few examples would be things like, you know, the App Store, online advertising, cloud computing. But if you scroll down over here, you'll be able to see this digital currency / token section, and they did say that it is going to be a taxable event, but they didn't really specify how they're going to do it or anything like that. So that's really still unclear. So whenever I get more updates on this, I will update you guys. So the conclusion is that mining is a taxable event. I'm just not sure how they're going to track this, simply because I'm not sure if they're going to put like cameras all around my room or something like that. So things are still pretty unclear, and I'll update you guys on mining whenever I get extra news or anything like that. Okay, so assuming you're a trader and not an investor, how are you going to declare that income? Ranjit, the communication director of LHDN, has said that traders that are required to declare their income earnings will have to do so by submitting a Form B. When you're declaring your income, there are 3 major points that you should take into consideration. The first point is to use your net profit value. So that's just a sexy way of saying that, okay, if you made a 50 ringgit profit from crypto and the cost of transaction, for example, you pay 10 ringgit to Luno, right? And your profit 50 minus 10 is 40 ringgit, and then you'll just have to declare that 40 ringgit if that's the case. The second point is to always remember to declare your income in terms of ringgit and not in BTC or ETH or etc. The last point to remember is to make sure that when you are declaring your income, you want to make sure that you're using the market value of the goods and services involved. I think this is still a bit tricky, simply because you're not sure how exactly you're going to get the market value of things like Bitcoin, because they're always fluctuating. So I think things are still quite unclear and they don't really have a proper method yet. If I were in their position, most likely I'll be thinking about like a price snapshot kind of model, right? So maybe like at the end of the first quarter, the price is like this. So then that's the market value that they'll sort of define. So I'm not sure about this. So what do you guys think? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to also click on the notification button for more videos like that. Make sure that you stay safe during this pandemic, and also always remember LHDN selalu memerhati. See you next time. Bye bye.